Hello and welcome to my channel, The Danish Readaholic. Today I'm doing the book buying tag. So I was tagged to do this by Jem over at Bookish Gems, and I'm gonna be exposing myself for my book buying habits. Anyways, I will leave her video down below so that you can go check it out for yourself. She is just amazing. So I think without further ado, I'll just get into the questions. Where do you buy your books from? I buy my books from this online Danish bookstore called Saxo. I've just always had a great experience with them. Their customer service thing is just spot on. I'm like so good, and they're almost able to get any type of book that I want, which is great. There's been a few that I was looking for that I wasn't able to find on there, but they were also like not that well known. And if not there, then sometimes I do go to this local bookshop called BogID, but I rarely buy anything from there because it's expensive. I also do get Amazon from time to time, but Amazon is only when I can't find books on Saxo. So yeah. And also because I have a wish list on Amazon, so when I get Amazon packages, it's usually someone who gifted me something from my wish list. I think that's it. I had also been looking at, what's it called? A Libris, but in the end it would be cheaper to just buy it at Saxo because I get it really cheap there, and the shipping from a Libris can be really expensive. I have also been looking at Book Depository, but that is the same story, so it might be like a little bit cheaper on there, but then I would have to pay for shipping, which I don't have to on Saxo because I'm a member, which is great because then I don't have to pay for shipping and I get discounts on all books. That is just honestly the best place ever to get your books if you're Danish. Do you ever pre-order books, and if so, is it online or in store? I rarely pre-order books. I do it sometimes, but it's really, it happens rarely. So I don't pre-order that much, but I have done just a tiny bit. And I only do it online. On average, how many books do you buy a month? I don't know. I actually sat today and I was looking at the books that I bought the last couple of months because I'm trying to figure out how much I'm fucking up on my book buying ban, and I'm not doing well. But there was this one month where I bought like 8 books, and then the other months it's been like 1 to 3 books. So I'm guessing maybe like around 4 or 5 books per month, maybe lower, maybe 3-4 books per month. That sounds more like me. Do you use your local library? No. Do I want to? Kinda. If there was books that I was in doubt about whether I would like it or not, I would like to just go and get it. But the thing is, the books that I want to read, they're rarely at the library because everything or most books in my local library are in Danish. I prefer to read books in English, especially if they're written in English. Obviously, if they're written in Danish, I will read them in Danish. But a lot of works are being translated into Danish, so you can usually find the Danish version, but then you can't find the English one. And that is also an issue with going to the bookstores, which is also why I don't really do that because I can't really find the books that I want to read. If so, how many books do you borrow at a time? The few times that I have borrowed books, it was 1 book at a time. Back when I was younger, I used to go there all the time, and I would get like 5 books at a time. But I don't do that anymore. What is your opinion on library books? I love library books. I mean, quality-wise with my library, some of them are not the best quality, but that, like, you can just expect that from it being a library book. There's so many people reading it. But the idea and the concept of library books, I love it. How do you feel about charity shops or secondhand books? I love it. But again, I rarely find books that I want to read. There's not really a lot of English books in the secondhand stores that you can find in Denmark, at least not the ones in my city. But when I go traveling to London or something, I would definitely want to check out some secondhand stores to see if I can find some secondhand books. Do you keep your read and TBR pile on, like, together? on the same shelf? Yes, I do. Because I don't like splitting up series. I prefer to have series together. Whether I've read them or not, they're gonna stick together. So I have thought about wanting to do like a read shelf and an unread shelf, but I just don't feel like doing that anymore because that would mean splitting up a bunch of series and I don't want to do that. Which is also why I don't have rainbow shelves and will never have rainbow shelves because I will not split up a series. Do you plan to read all of the books you own? Well, yes. Am I going to read all of them? There is a couple, as you've seen in my These Books Will Self-Destruct. There is a couple that I'm not sure that I will get to before unhauling them. But ideally, I would like to get to all the books that I have. What do you do with the books that you feel like you won't read or just you don't want anymore? I have like 3 of my friends, they read a lot as well. I have one friend who likes contemporary and another who reads everything. And then the last one, she reads fantasy. I normally just reach out to them and be like, do you want this book? Then they might ask me why I gave it away. And if it's something that I didn't like myself, they usually pass on it because they trust my taste. And we have similar tastes. So there's that. So for example, when I am gonna get rid of Truth Witch, I'm pretty sure that none of them are gonna pick it up. But yeah, if they don't want it, I will just donate it to a secondhand store. I live like 5 minutes away from one. And I will normally just go there with it. Have you ever donated books? Well, yes. Have you ever been on a book buying ban? Yes. And it went well in the beginning, and then July came. For some reason, I went crazy, and I didn't read a lot, but I bought a shit ton of books, so that makes no sense. Yes, I have been on a book buying ban. It was working out. It's not anymore. But I'm still kind of keeping track on how many books I buy versus how many books I read. So, do you feel that you buy too many books? No, I don't. But other people that know me might have a different opinion. But I don't think I buy too many books. And that was what the question was about. That was it for this tag. I feel like I'm exposing myself when I talk about my book buying habits. But it wasn't as bad as I expected, so I feel like I'm good. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you, Jem, for tagging me. This was so much fun. Please leave a comment telling me if you feel like you buy too many books, or if you feel like I buy too many books. I don't, but... If you like this video, please hit the like icon, and if you want to see more of my bookish content, please hit subscribe. It would mean the world to me. And until I see you next time, bye!